Sunny,
Hey, it's your girl, Lynn.
and welcome to Colorful Situations, a conversation about love, marriage, and everything in between.
Y'all know by now, we have talked about a lot of different things. So thank you, ColorBeams, for hanging in there with us, putting up with our shenanigans. I really appreciate that. Y'all are here for it, and thank you.
With that being said, how you feeling today?
Well, I am powerful. Yellow.
Mm,
Yeah,
you want to talk about it?
I do. Because y'all make me feel like I could really do this. As far as like, just putting content together, thinking about stuff, thinking about different ideas, just being able to be me and thinking that nobody would get this thought process of mine, but negative thoughts isn't MF. They make you think that all the time, but they're really not true. So I'm powerful. I'm a superhero pushing all those negative thoughts away.
What's your superhero name?
Lola.
Ooh,
Lola.
this is derived from.
She don't. So the superhero is not in the name. It's just that's the ego of like Lola. When you go low, you get Lola.
Okay.
You
Okay.
go low, you get Lola, and she's the one that be like. So maybe my
Alter ego.
alter ego, not like this.
All right. Well, I am peaceful.
Okay.
I'm just peaceful. Y'all know me. I try to keep it. I try to keep everything clean, cool,
Yeah.
good, great. Yes. So I'm green.
That's a good place to be.
What we talking about today?
Nah. So we're talking about exties. Like ex, you was my girl, but you ain't my girl no more. Ease. Because I have a lot of them. Exties. Exties. AKA besties.
I am familiar.
You're familiar with that.
I am familiar.
I'm sure a lot of you out there, color beans, are familiar with that. Especially if you are dealing with our good old aggressive ladies in our community. So the reason why I came up with this was because there was a young lady who had a video who said, and to all you ATL studs, lesbians out there who are still connected and have a best friend, but they your ex, go to the left.
To the left.
To the left. Like you run across a couple of two who has had their ex in their life, and they go so far as saying that they are their besties. They're
Yeah.
best friends with their ex. Why is that such a thing in our community? And is that okay? And they're like, you want to talk about it?
I'm gonna wait for the questions. I'm not gonna put baby out.
No.
Go ahead.
We have to talk a little bit. Do you feel like that's a thing amongst our aggressive counterparts?
I feel like that's a thing among fans and aggressive. People have this, oh, well, yeah, this was my best friend. Some people, it was my best friend before we got together.
Uh-huh.
So, and we tried it and it didn't work, even though we stayed together for 5 or 6 years and it didn't work, but now they still my best friend. Some people is that. Some people is that, well, it, it just happened like that. It just happened. Even though I tried to get away from her, she, even though I tried to get away from her, I just can't because we know so much about each other. We might as well still be friends because why not? Why I can't be friends with her? I got a few thoughts. What was the other one? Is it a real thing and what?
Is it a real thing, and do you think it's among our but she said no.
No, I think it's in
Just the lesbian community, period. Yes.
because it seems like when you have and I think we talked about it before, when you have a circle, your circle, it becomes the circle for both people. Sometimes it's that way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, well, we're not gonna make it awkward and kick you out. So we're just gonna all stay friends, and it's okay because I'm mature. Not not me.
Right. And I think that's where my mind goes. Like, we all have a past. We all have a past, and it's okay. And I could be cordial and see my past and be like, hey, how you doing? I say you. But you ain't got to be my best friend.
Have sleepover. Tell us about you. Can I still go to your family reunion?
Look, no. So for me, there's a line. Like, there's certain levels you have, and I've said that before in my friend group. There are certain levels anyway. Anyways, associate, you know, like person who's close to me. But bestie, to me, that's like that person, like you said, that knows you through and through, that is ride or die for you, that, and if I've laid with you in an intimate way, it's really hard for me to now just go back to you being my friend. So I'm going to blur the line, and I'm just going to call myself out. I'm going to blur that line because, hey, I know what you got going on over there.
Used to it. No how.
And it's good. And it's good. And it's just going to be, oh, we just close friends. And no, for me, I can't do it. But I do know that it's a thing. We're going to talk about why.
Well, I can say that I've never even run into one of my exes. Wait a minute. I've never even run into one of my exes anywhere. So I think I have one ex that we say like happy birthday to each other and my wife, it's not a big deal, but I don't even no. Nope.
Yeah.
It's a no.
That's why I say I'm not mature. Like, on this subject, I'm not mature at all. And I'm trying to, I am trying to get a little bit better, just getting older and knowing that everybody don't have to be cut off to prove a point, because I am that person that when I'm done with you, I'm cutting your ass all the way off so that you can know what you missed because you have no access over here. I'm trying to be mature and understand and know that that, you know, it can still be like I said, way, way over there. Oh, hey, what's up?
That's what I was gonna say. You can still be cut off.
Be cordial.
You can still be cut off and cordial.
Yeah. But for me, in the past, it was no. I'm blocked. I don't talk to you. If I see you, I ain't saying, hey, I'm turning the other way. I'm not. And the reason why, for me, that I really don't have any exes that I'm around like that is because being this Cancer and giving 150 of what I have to you, by the time you are my ex, I can't give you no more energy. Because I done gave over and beyond. So there's nothing else for me to give. And I will also say that cutting and blocking you off is more for me than it is for you, because I also know myself. If I am around you and talking to you and still being okay with you, again, I'm going to blur those lines. So I just be done.
It's better and easier that
for me.
Yeah.
To just cut it off. Now, maybe after a while or something, then we might come back to it, but I never got there. It's that comeback point.
No, never matured to that stage, Sean. Never go.
I never came back to that comeback point. Most of my exes are out of state. Most of my exes live in Texas.
Okay.
So, ready for your question? Okay. Why are most of our lesbian counterparts still in small circles with their exes? Is it because our pond is so much smaller and we run around in the same area, so we've all kind of dated the same people? Because you do know that they say that we are quick in our pickings and choosing. So are we so quick to pick and choose that it's an ex and we just go on and go on? So now everybody has dated everybody and we're just all in a circle anyway.
I've never dated anyone that knows anyone that I ever dated. So I don't know what circle. Yes, I do know that there are circles and groups of people that do that. And it's kind of like, so you just jumping from one,
Mm-hmm.
you just jumping from one to the other, one to the another, and it's okay.
Yes.
But no, I don't know. I think people like to say, "Oh, it's because it's so small right here," but actually, it's a lot of lesbians. It's a lot of lesbians around, and if you know all of them, then yeah, you probably stick. Listen,
Stick on
listen. Some lesbians around, but
you'd have been around some parts if you know them all.
yeah. But if you choose to stay and choose to dip in the same pond and choose to stay there, then that's just what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And if people are okay with it, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's a thumbs down. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Like, if you know that you keep pulling up to the same club and you done seen 3 of your exes going to the club, first go to the other club. There is somewhere else to go. Maybe don't go to the club to pick up no more. Maybe go to coffee joint.
Yes. Do something different.
Do something different. But I do think that most people are just used to comfortability.
Yeah.
So they stay with or they become besties with the people that they have laid down with because it's comfortability.
I don't want to be friends with you after all of that. I just say all of that. I'm just gonna say all of that. I'm not
After you done broke my heart, stole my dog.
and that too. Because I feel like if my heart was in something and we're not together, it's a reason that we're not together.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that you're not a good person to somebody else or to the rest of the world and all this other kind of stuff, but I don't think I could do something different. No.
Yeah. But what about those people that say, well, I know that she's a good person, and so I just want to be around her because I know she's a good person.
Stay together. Stay
Then
together.
why didn't you figure it out to make it work?
If you know that's such a good person, stay with them.
Yes. I agree with that. But have you heard that before?
I have.
It's like, oh well, she's a good person and she's a wonderful hearted, kind hearted or whatever. And so, I just, I can't not be around her because she's such a good person. Well, why y'all break up?
Well, the mature people say, well, we tried it and we're not good for each other.
Mm-hmm.
We're not good for each other, but we could still be friends.
But being friends doesn't mean you got to be a bestie. I feel like that bestie thing blurs the line so much because you're using it as in, okay, you have a new girlfriend. And you're like, oh yeah, that's just Liv. She's my best friend. But you're setting the tone for best friends hang out a lot.
Yeah.
They do brunch a lot. Best friends know a lot about each other. Best friends talk about stuff. AKA, you're going to talk about your new girlfriend with your old girlfriend.
Yep. And you don't know where your old girlfriend, you don't know where she is. Yes. You don't know. And I think that's a part of the thing about what's the next question about? About the next girlfriend, about the girlfriend being okay. Well, I was about to say that's the thing about it is you can trust your partner to the fullest. But you don't know what somebody else that had feelings for you. How did y'all break up? Who was still in love? It's just all of this other kind of stuff that I shouldn't have to ask. Yeah. That we shouldn't even have to go through. Because I don't know I don't know what she got going on over there. It could have been something years ago, and you have grown to it into a different person until my person. And now all of a sudden somebody else, no. Yeah. I'm not taking, and I'm confident in myself and my ability with my wife and what we have going on and all this other kind of stuff. But I don't know what other people are doing.
For sure. For sure. And then, like I said, to say that person is your bestie, that's just taking it to a whole nother level. To say that we're friends, Okay, we friends. We may or may not see each other, talk to each other.
Right.
We may not, but to say new girlfriend, here's my bestie, and she's really my old girlfriend. That's a hard pill to swallow. And my thing is, why do you feel like you need to have that person as your best friend?
I'm gonna tell you. Oh, I got a little bit of story time. A teaching week. It's just little because y'all know I'm not going too deep. It's just little. So uh, one of my exes was like, "Oh, my best friend." This is when I was just real regular. Like, oh, okay, oh, it's my best friend's birthday. We're going to the club. We're gonna get some wings and some stuff. I'm gonna go and help set up her birthday for her. And I'm like, oh, okay, come on, let's go do it. Let's go do it. We get to the club. We have a party. All of the friends are there because they have some of the same friends and all this other kind of stuff. I found out that was your ex. Then I found out that's your ex. Yeah, but
After I done set up for this girl.
I went to Publix and picked up a tray. This girl,
Run me my money.
I had so much stuff inside of me. I'm like, that's the reason why. That's the reason why I asked a lot of questions. I always ask a lot of questions anyway, but that one I missed because it hadn't happened to me before. That one, I missed that one. I missed that one, but it happened, and I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now.
So did the old girlfriend, like, she knew you were the new girlfriend? Was she feeling some type of way? Did she know? Like,
No, but there were some. This is the whole different. There were some instances in the relationship that where it was kind of like, so what's going? So now, so that's a part of the reason why now I'm not going for it.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah. Yeah, because it does kind of set the scene for you to be like, oh, I'm with so and so. I'm just with my best friend, and y'all out at what time in the morning? And y'all, I mean, because just human nature in you, like you said, it's gonna make you think about it because you know that there's history, deep history. And we do know, well, I hope that we know that when we share our bodies, our time, and everything else with people, there are some things that you can't can't let go.
Can't disconnect. Yes. Yeah, you stuck together on that in
that way. So, even if you try to, even if you say, hey, we're not going to be together some more, sometimes it can get to a point in case, the new relationship, it goes through a rough patch. And now you're calling your best friend. Who's your ex? Who knows exactly what to say to you? Who knows how to rub your feet in a way that the new girl don't know how to rub your feet? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, so you're going to go there and dump all these things. Like, where is the line?
You know what? I don't even use the word bestie. And it doesn't have anything to do with that. But I had a whole bunch of other words, but not bestie. Because I know how it's used.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. You can't even say bestie for me. You can't even say bestie. That's crazy.
Friend, another thing you can say. All right. Next question. The next question is, does this cause a problem in your current relationship?
I would say
it can.
I would say it can. We do know that there are relationships where there are blended families. And everybody is kumbaya and all of this kind of stuff. So we know that it's possible, but it comes with work, understanding, communication, and just building it.
Yeah.
Because I also had a situation once where dating this girl and she said, oh, well, let me show you a picture of my friend. Oh, okay. She's pretty. Oh, okay. And then later on, oh, well, that's my best. Which, okay. Okay. She's okay. Wow. First of all, why are you showing this picture around to me? So now I haven't got, now
go get it.
Now my color changed to red because I'm like, what's the purpose of you? But then I found out, well, it was because that's my bestie and I wanted you to know, but because I didn't want to keep it a secret because I don't know.
But then why can't you just come to the gate with it, right? Like I feel like it can cause problems in your current relationship, but also it can be a good thing on how you decide to handle it, right? In your new relationship, if you're upfront and be like, yeah, I'm not gonna call her my bestie, I'm going to say, yo, this is my ex,
Yeah.
but we have a friendship. What is your level of okayness? What do you think is okay? Let me set the tone. Let me set some things here so that A, you don't go to a party thinking that it's just some friends around. Because the biggest thing is you're making the new person feel dumb by not letting them know.
Right.
And if you love and honor that new person, or if just trying to get to know that new person, respect them enough to not put them in a situation.
You go out to a party and it's 100 folks and everybody come like, hey girl, how Keisha doing? Y'all see, you talking about Keisha over there? Call me red. What you talking about? Call me red. No, Keisha over. Why they keep asking about Keisha? Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you just sitting there just having a good time, and then it's like you look over and old girl come in the door, and because she your bestie, she feel like she could just come over and do whatever. And you looking like, man, you ain't even let me know.
Right.
Knowing she gonna walk into this party and come hug you down and get a little bit too close, and dance all on you.
Yeah.
And
well, people that know me know I'm not doing that either. I don't play with friends. I mean, no. I don't play with friends and stuff like that because I don't want to. Because I don't want to be somewhere and here I am, my wheels turning. Because I'm like, wait a minute,
yeah,
no, get business, okay? I don't play with friends.
Yeah, for sure. Well, my second part to that question is, if it does cause a problem in your relationship, does that mean that the current girlfriend is insecure?
I would say no. I would say no because I think what you said earlier, it would be, I think that it's a human reaction.
Yeah.
It's a human reaction to find out that I'm sharing a space with you and your ex. And I don't know, again, going back to, I don't know why y'all broke up, how y'all broke up. I don't know who has feelings for who.
Right.
I don't know who's still holding on. Who's still holding on and what you're holding on for. Because you can get some new friends.
And that could be part of it. A reason why that person is your bestie because you don't want to let it go.
Get you some new friends. Oh, and people don't listen. You already know I'm not even that friendly, but I don't mind getting me a new friend.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be my ex. And take it one step further, I'm not even friends with. I have one friend that I met with one of my exes. I don't know them people. I'm not them people. I'm not friends with none of the friends that I met with my ex because that's a connection.
Right.
And like you said earlier, I'm a cut.
Yeah, for sure. My whole thing is if your current girlfriend, is insecure, you play a part in it.
A big part.
Let's talk about that. Because, A, we know that it's hard in dealing in that situation. And if you brought her to a situation, not being transparent and forthfront and letting her make it the decision on if that's what she wants to do or not, then whatever insecurities that are playing out, you played a part of it.
The biggest part. Because then you think about all of the stuff that you have to do on that end. I mean, to not have your partner be insecure, you have to set boundaries with yourself, with this ex, bestie, whatever, best friend, whatever it is. You have to set boundaries and stick to them. And you have to be transparent with your partner about what's going on and what's not. Because say you go Keisha, she done got a little too close just because she knows she can, but you're not going to tell me about it. So are you scared what are you scared of? Are you scared of me flipping out? Are you scared of me saying, well, I don't want you talking to Keisha anymore?
Yeah.
Are you scared? So that means that you would lose this friendship. And if it gets to that point, then what you going to do? You're going to pick and choose Is it gonna hurt you so bad that you can't choose me? Is it gonna? I don't need. I don't need.
Where you fan?
I don't need it. I don't need my fan. I'm done.
You sound like the guy over there. You know.
Girl,
Look, and I'm over here like, yes, I understand you.
I'm just saying. It's a lot that comes with it. And who wants to deal without it?
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
you got feelings that's so strong and so deep and all this other kind of stuff. Like you said, check it at the door at the beginning.
Yeah.
And all this other kind of stuff. But don't put another person into that because it's gonna make me go crazy.
Yeah.
This stuff gonna be inside of my head going on and on and on because you're not gonna want to answer the questions that I want to answer. You're not gonna tell me the things that you need to be telling me.
Yeah.
I just don't. No, I'd rather not.
And when that other person is feeling all of that and feeling some type of way and still in this relationship with you, then there's going to be some animosity and some anger that's going to build up on the current girlfriend's part because she's seeing all of this stuff that you got going on that you're not telling her about, or you're trying to fight for this bestie friendship or whatever it is that you're trying to do, or make it seem like, oh, it's not an issue. But if it wasn't that much of an issue, you should be able to tell me about it. You should be able to talk to me about it. So all of this stuff is going on in her mind, and it's building up, building up, and building up. And it does not make for a good thing. Now, by no means is anybody saying that you can't be friends with people. That's not what I'm saying. You can definitely be friends. However, choose the you choose who you giving those title to wisely. Because if you want to be real with it, let's just hit on the fact that your bestie should be the person that's standing next to you, not the person that was in the past.
To be more, that was a good one. Put that on the thing.
Your bestie should be the person standing next to you and not the one that was in the past.
And then, another thing, and we're going to get off this, get ready to wrap up. I would think that this bestie, this person that you love and care for, all that kind of stuff, I would think that, so are you sharing what's going on in your relationship with them? Because if they were your bestie, they would say, hey, let me fall back because I know what you're trying to do over there.
You're sharing everything. And that's the reason why people get caught up. Because why, again, is your bestie, if she's not caring for you in such a way to know that, okay, I'm crossing the line, or we're maybe crossing the line here. Let me just step on back because you're trying to create something new over there. No, I'm going to let you come and talk to me and tell me everything about your current girlfriend so that when I see your current girlfriend, I can snicker and laugh and say this or that, or be like, oh, well, or better yet, new girlfriend, let me pull you aside. We were together for 5 years and I know what's best for her. So let me tell you how to do excuse,
girl, if you don't get away from me,
effing me. So, but people will do that.
Never had that.
People do feel like, well, if I'm your bestie and I have your best interest in mind, I'd be able to speak on somebody's behalf and be able to be like, yo, well, what's your intent with my bestie? Why wouldn't that person not feel like they can come to your current girlfriend even though they just got done with your girlfriend like 6 months ago?
You should be grown enough to know what boundaries, what those boundaries are, what they should be, and the boundaries you should have with your friend, and stick to that.
Take your levels, time?
Yeah. And you have a good understanding with your partner, your spouse,
yes,
your wife, about what goes on in these in these past relationships and how you are handling them in your current relationship. Y'all got a good understanding. Yeah. You're in the green. Now, if you just found out that one of your good friends now is your exes, you know what? I'm not gonna say that that's not a good. You do together. You do it.
So now, if you're in a situation where you're just going along and you just found out that your spouse or your girlfriend, best friend, was just her lover, 6 months ago. You in the air because, honey, you are about to dip on into that red.
Because red, I think
That just
red
slides
is,
right on into red.
yeah, and I think that's a good explanation for red because it's gonna take you. Well, no, I guess not. Not everybody. Not everybody is gonna be in the red. Not everybody will be in the red for this.
Well, let me give you this. If you are that person who has a new situation and you're bringing her around your good buddy old pal, and you know you just bust buddy old pal open about 8 months ago, you, my friend, are in the red. You is as colorful as it can be because you're wrong and you need to tell that girl the truth.
That's crazy.
Well, now we come to the resolves. Do you have any resolves for this issue?
I'll say let people know from the beginning. If there's a person in your life that's so important to you that you feel like at some point you're going to have to make a choice, just get it on out of the way. Don't try to hold on to it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And then I would say evaluate why that person is still in your life and why do you feel like it has to be such a close type of friendship. Because once you evaluate it, you may find out that it's something that you're doing that may not be beneficial for you nor your future.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you know, people do sabotage themselves a lot. And then my last one was if you have talked about it, let it be known. You evaluated what you've done. Set some real good boundaries. Make sure that everybody knows what it is and set some really good boundaries.
And stick to them.
Yep.
Set boundaries and stick to them.
Yeah, I agree.
So y'all know we like to be interactive. So drop down in the comments, and if you have questions, hey, we got a little hot over here. But if you have questions, drop your questions down. Drop your stories down.
Yeah.
We want to hear it. We would like to engage. Let's talk about it. And some tips on how to be, I'm gonna stop saying be mature. How to get over it or how to work through the issue.
And especially if you have had this situation and you have been in a colorful situation and you got out of it, you're still with the person that you were with at the time, you're still friends with your bestie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let us know what that is about.
Yeah.
How did you overcome that and still have everything intact?
How's it working out for you?
Yeah, that part. So we talked about exties, besties, and why in our community of lesbians, or why aggressive, and it, you know, we did say that it's kind of both sided, but why is it more of the aggressives that had them? You know, you said it was both sided, but I don't know. I feel like,
well, you know what? I guess I would say that because I've not dealt with it.
yeah.
So if I was speaking from experience, it would be with aggressive violence.
Yeah, I don't know. But why do we have that? Why do we have that in our community? Is it because our community is so small, we all kind of date amongst each other's pool? I don't buy that because there's so many others, my good friend says, so many of us out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a whole lot of straight women that want to be there. Go to another pool. Anyway, we talked about that. We talked about, does this cause relationship issues in your current one? And does that mean that your girlfriend, the current girlfriend, is insecure because it's an issue? She has an issue with you having an ex that's now your bestie. But the resolves are evaluate. Why is this person in such a high esteem that y'all didn't work? You called it quits, but you putting this person in such a higher place in your life. Evaluate why that is. And then set strong boundaries if that's what you want to do. And let it be known. Let it be known that this is who you have in your life. You know, be very transparent.
So y'all, that is it for us. We want to thank y'all for sitting in with us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. And find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You listen out on Spotify, Audible, and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And remember, not all colorful situations are the same, but you have the power to change your view.